Welcome to Mission 6, Lesson 7, where our student objective for today is to model mixed numbers with units of hundreds, tens, ones, tenths, and hundredths in expanded form and on the place value chart. In human words, this means we're just going to be looking at numbers that go into the hundredths place in terms of decimals, and we want to be able to write them in expanded form and also placing the numbers in their proper place on a place value chart given a number. So let me model what that looks like. Here we are asked to represent 146 and 41 hundredths in unit form. So first we're asked to represent 146 and 41 hundredths using discs. So we're going to use this nice place value chart that is provided for us. And we're just going to represent each place value where it needs to go. So in 146 and 41 hundredths, how many hundreds do I have? Well, I'm just going to look at the hundreds place here. I have 1 hundredths. So I'm just going to put a 1 there. How many tens do I have? Now I'm just going to look at the tens place. I have 4 tens. So I'm going to put 4 there. Now I'm going to look at the ones place. How many ones do I have? Well, as you can see, I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's look at the decimals. So my first place value is tenths. So how many tenths do I have? Well, I have, tells me right there, 4. So I'm going to put 4 tenths. And then how many hundredths do I have? Well, which is the very last spot here. Can't seem to highlight it, but it is 1. We have 1 hundredth. Now it wants us to represent it in unit form. So all we're doing here is now just putting the correct unit. So be it hundreds, tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, where it goes. So again, I have 100. I have 4 tens. And make sure you get that right. It's not tenths, tens. I have 6 ones. Now I'm in the decimal place. I have 4 tenths. And I have 1 hundredths. So 1 hundredth. Now it's going to ask, what is the value of the digit in each place? So you can see the number they gave us was 325 and 41 hundredths. So the value of the digit in the tens place is, well, I'm just going to look at the tens place. How many tens do I have? I have 2 tens. So you just need to read carefully, make sure you're getting the right place value that it asks you for. The value of the digit in the tenths place is, now I'm looking at the tenths place. And so make sure you don't confuse tens and tenths. I have 4 right here, tenths, that I can see. 4 tenths. I'm already to the last little section here of the tower. Now we're going to rewrite 169 and 42 hundredths in expanded form using fraction, then decimal notation. Again, that sounds more complicated than what it actually is. So to start with, we're going to rewrite 169 and 42 hundredths in expanded form using fraction notation. So all I'm looking at here, so I'm thinking of expanded form. And I'm just going to look, okay. This first part is asking me, well, how many hundreds do I have? I'm just going to look at my number here or here or here. It's all the same number. Well, how many hundreds do I have? In the hundreds place, I have 100. So I'm just going to put a 1 there. And now I move to the tens place. What do you see in the tens place? I see a 6. So that means that's the same as saying 6 times 10. I have 6 tens. And now I'm going to look at the ones place. Well, how many ones do you see? I see 9, which is the same as 9 times 1. I have 9 ones, which is equal to 9. And now I'm going to look in my decimal place. I'm going to look at tenths first. And we're doing this in fraction form first, but it's the same thing. How many tenths do you see? There are 4, as you can see, tenths. So that's the same as saying 4 times 1/10, because that's 4 tenths. And then the hundredths spot, we have 2. 2 times 100ths, that is 2 hundredths. All right. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do something not quite the same thing, but similar. We're going to rewrite 169 and 42 hundredths in expanded form using decimal notation. So now we're using decimals. And now they gave us the first part, and we just have to put the proper place value. So the number is still 169 and 42 hundredths. So let's start here. That 1 is in the hundreds spot, correct? So which one of these is hundreds? Just regular hundreds. Well, it's this one right here. I have 100. Then I go to the next place value. Well, the 6 is in what place value? It's in the tens spot. So I have 6 tens. Now I go to the 9. The 9 is in the ones spot. So I have 9 ones. See, 1. And now I go to the decimal part. I have 4 tenths. So I'm going to choose the tenths one, because that is 4 tenths. And then I have 2 hundredths. So I'm going to choose the one remaining one, which is the hundredths spot. Okay, so I have 100, I have 6 tenths, I have 9 ones, I have 4 tenths, and I have 2 hundredths. Good work, boy, thank you. What? Hey, what? Hey, oh, hey, that's it. We did it. That's great. So no real new skills today. You're just using what you know about decimals so far, what you know about expanded form, and then your place value chart, and putting those together. Like a nice little math sandwich. Math sandwich. Math is delicious. Enjoy your delicious math today. I hope you love it. Bye.